We are sorry. Evidently, the first few moments of this call was cut off. This is Jared Rand's Global Guided Meditation Call for September 19th, 2025. And here is the rest of the call in progress.
There is a tug of war on this planet with the species civilization. And when I say that which can be taken away from you is not worth keeping, and that which cannot be taken away from you, right? Why should one be afraid of its being taken away? It cannot be taken away. There is no possibility. You cannot lose your real treasure, the God that you are. But, of course, if you did say to someone, that which can be taken away from you is not worth keeping. So everything. Well, you're telling me that none of this stuff is worth keeping? No. It can be taken away from you. Think about it now, okay, the way it's structured now on the planet. In this very now moment, your house can be taken away. Your car can be taken away. Your clothes can be taken away. Your food can be taken away. Your water can be taken away. Everything. All your belongings. Money. All of it could be taken away. Through this transition, this ascension into a much deeper, spiritually comprehensive civilization, it is a comprehension that we live, right, all of us, in a divine, benevolent, conscious universe that never, ever makes a mistake and has no room for coincidences. This all-intelligent, life-giving universe is always, always on your side and knows exactly what ingredients are needed for your enlightenment. Now, it's a choice, right, to accept or not to accept. By accepting this paradigm into every cell in your body, you can start to comprehend how fear is your greatest teacher and best friend. By knowing this loving universe is always working in your favor, we can relax more, take the risk to snuggle up to our fear, get a closer look underneath it, just to see what it truly is and why it is actually there. It really is having curiosity with yourself. All things across all expanses and all existences. Moving from where we're at as a civilization and where we're going. In fact, we're well on our way. And you've heard a lot of, you've probably heard a lot of stuff, read a lot of stuff. Some of it you just kind of tossed aside. Other, you embrace it. This makes a lot of sense. And you feel something, even with all this rhetoric and all this play acting and all this falsification and all this stuff that is fake, phony, and false. You sense something, okay? It's a knowing within you that all this rhetoric, all of this fake, phony, and false play acting stuff going on, underneath, behind all of this, is the goodness. Spiritual awakening. Advancing at immeasurable speed. And believe it or not, everything has been accelerated. Okay? It has been accelerated for quite some time. Well, how long has it been accelerated? Well, probably just easily the last 12 years. Highly accelerated. And what direction? Into the light direction, okay? Into the elimination of Lucifer, which is, you can say the Satanists, the Luciferians, whatever. The elimination of that. And you sense, all of you feel, you sense, and I'm not talking about doom and gloom, negativity, or futileness and all that stuff. I'm talking about a much higher frequency of knowing. Not wishful thinking, but knowing that this is going to be revealed at the highest level to the planetary population of this planet and on the outer rim of the Milky Way galaxy. It's an inevitability. You can feel it slipping, can't you? Can't you feel the all the rhetoric and all of the alleged protesting and excuse me, all that stuff, and the doom and gloom and fear mongering, all of it, the disarray, the combobulated mess that you witness, its impact, of course, for those of us who are aware, it doesn't make us any better than any other being on this planet. It's just that we are much more aware than the majority of the population at this time in our spiritual development on this planet. So, you're not in a hurry. You don't feel yourself being rushed. You're not rushing yourself. You're just really at ease. All of this stuff, you're in deep gratitude for it because you're witnessing the end of pure evil on planet Earth. That's unprecedented. That is absolutely spectacular. And embrace the deep gratitude you have to be able to be in the body at this time on this planet to experience that. See? Now, one might say, well, it's a mess, and they don't care to experience it. Not nice. It's not nice. But the feeling that you have when you go deep within is reverent, warming, exuberating, exciting, blissful, joyous. I mean, it goes on and on and on. It isn't, this isn't the ego mind fooling you. This is the God mind within you. And it's the God mind that's talking with you. The God mind is who you are. Okay? You're not the ego mind. In all of this, clarity starts to surface. And you look at everything, and again, not from judgment, but stepping outside of it all. And wow, this is absolutely phenomenal, magna glorious, that we're here to witness it. Can't you feel the lack of sincerity when you view this stuff? It's missing something, isn't it? It's missing a lot of depth. It seems very superficial. It doesn't have the weight. You notice that? I mean, yeah, you look at things and you go, wow, look at that. And that's unfortunate, and wow. But it isn't a heavy weight. Doesn't have any staying power. Because you know. Your God, the God that you are, you know. And do you feel the enthusiasm bubbling up within you? Excitement. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you know it's there. And it's becoming more prevalent, taking more and more center stage. Now, isn't it interesting? You got all of this in front of you going on the planet. And yet, you, and it's not, it's actually, when you see all this, you feel an ending, kind of an, how do you put it? An elimination. And you haven't really ever felt this before. And the elimination is of rhetoric, redundancy, dishonesty, greed, manipulation, hatred, destruction. And it's leaving. It can't sustain itself as these frequencies continue to ascend, to increase. And that's what we're witnessing. Elimination of the Luciferian control on planet Earth. Now, do you also sense something else? In the quiet time of this meditation, in quiet, just being, right? Focused on your breath rising and falling. Feel shift. Feel it. Feel your heart, mind. Connect with the God that you are. And it will all become crystal clear. And it won't fade. Okay? You won't lose memory of it. You realize that those of us who are aware will be eventually sharing information with the new Earth people, where they never had the opportunity to experience this massive elimination of pure evil into deep eternal love and bliss and joy, and to new Earth and the God planet paradise. You see what I mean? You carry that. You will carry that. And with the new Earth, the technologies that come in, you'll be able to carry it for a very long time, which is needed, okay, for the planetary population's transition. See if you'll know if I'm blowing smoke and mirrors or not. You'll feel it. Can't contest that. Ego mind will want you to contest things. But that's what all of this is about. Who orchestrated all of this? Where the heck did it come from? You know, did some beacon come and flash us all and eliminate all this? Right? Did the great central sun send this cosmic flash and everything was done for us? No. We are the collective consciousness of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. We are the God. We are the kingdom of God. We are the heaven on earth. Okay? That's irrefutable. That's the truth of our existence. That's the truth. No fluffiness or anything. That's exactly who and what we are. We are spirits who inhabit matter and create life. Okay? You don't hear me saying we're the body, we're the name, we're where we're at in society, our belongings, all this stuff. No. We'll get further and further away from that because things are getting ready to do an about-face, which means things will come to us rather than us suffering and chasing them. You know what I mean? And that's going to be a real change, too, for just about everybody on the planet. Joy, happiness, okay? Pain and suffering will be exchanged for joy and happiness. You won't need a particular reason anymore. It will just be. It's kind of funny, too. It's ironic because, when you want something really, really, really strongly and you just focus on it, you keep wanting and wanting and wanting, and then it comes, right? And then you go, wow, I didn't know it was going to be like this, because all you could see was the surface. And there's going to be a lot of surprised people with this new earth. And what is new earth? It is us being consciously aware of who and what we are. That's new earth. All of us are plugged into this. You've heard me say this before. We're plugged into this vast, I guess you could call it a network of pure consciousness. Beyond all the stuff that you view on this planet, beyond AI, beyond all of it, way beyond, where our natural state of being exists. And our focus, if you'll notice, that your focus, some of us, it seems to be more along than others, but still there, our focus is switching to the things that we enjoy. Amongst all this stuff happening on the planet, we are choosing to focus on things that we enjoy, focus on things that we want, without fear. Without fear. We know what fear is. All of us know what fear is. None of us are exempt from it, right? And fear is there to do what? To teach us. And then when you look at fear and you go, what is this? And when you unravel it, it leaves, it disappears. Have you lately been feeling, I don't know, like a light excitement, and you don't know why? Where's that coming from? Why do I feel this way? Because something is going to reveal itself. And I'm not talking about the second coming of Jesus, because that is just all crap. I'm spiritual, not a religion. But something is going to reveal itself. And even those who are the most pessimistic cynical people will take notice. Even they will take notice. Okay? But we as gods are learning in the bodies, right, of a lot of things that we wouldn't care to create. Right? Because we're always learning too. We learn at different levels of divine perfection because we're the only thing that is real. We are the only thing that's authentic and real. Period. Everything else is an illusion. Why is it illusion? Because it's there for us, gods, to experience. If it's let's say, when something is that's what we are, okay? Omnipotently, powerful, supreme, manifesting, abundant beings, while in these bodies, that never die. That's what we are. See, that hasn't been emphasized throughout the existence of this civilization and many others before it on this planet. The opposite has been dictated and directed into the populace to go the other way, to rely ego mind, to rely on stuff and things, status in society, money, control, and power, destruction, manipulation, dishonesty. These are Luciferian traits, and therefore Luciferian traits literally run the planet for so long. It makes sense that that's what the people would learn, Luciferian traits. And then you have the destruction that we have witnessed throughout the ages on the planet. 4,000 years ago, we had a nuclear war of a kind. People don't know that. But when you look around and you see pieces falling off, disintegrating, dismantling, as you watch closely. Don't watch for the entertainment purposes. Watch beyond that, and you'll see the fakery. Fake, phony, and false. You'll see it. You'll see pieces of it that aren't true, that they don't vibrate. You can tell by the frequencies. And we're all frequency, and our vessels pick up these frequencies, and with the God within, and we'll be able to identify it. It doesn't, it's coming more and more and more front and center for us, which is great. We get a bird's eye view. We're not participating in it. We don't care to. But we watch it, and we get a bird's eye view. We're seeing the whole picture. Okay? And that's why you've heard me talk about the 30-ring circus here on planet Earth. You couldn't watch 30-ring circus, right? What's a 30-ring circus? The 3-ring circus, that means that you go to circus, you go in a tent, and there's 3 entertainment areas. Circle, ring, okay? There's something going on in this ring, there's something going on in this ring, something going on in that ring. Now, you probably could, as people did and have, watch all 3 shows in those rings. But not a 30-ring, okay? And is it something that you really are pulled to do? Not really, okay? But and that's when you're sitting in the stands and watching all this. When you're outside of that, you can briefly view all of it. You really know what is being perpetrated on all the beings. And remember, I talked about what? Knowledge. A knowledgeable civilization. Over what we have had on this planet for a very long time, ignorant civilization. Unaware. And the point is that we cannot talk about certain things because of how the attention is drawn, right? And then you realize, you heard me say this, everything's been done to afford all of this change, shift. Now it's being the best way they can present it to the people of planet Earth in real time. It's like, kind of like saying wonderful, marvelous, spectacular, magna-glorious. Now, if you were to look around you and say, well, how can that be? Look at all this crap going on. Most of it's just buffoonery. It's silly. But things get really wonky before they come together. And we're seeing both sides of our civilization. Clearly. Okay. And those of us who are aware to a certain extent, we look at it and we say, why would we do stuff like that? It doesn't make any sense. Really, this doesn't. Okay. Why would you kick over a trash can in the middle of a street so the debris would fly everywhere? Why would you break a window and steal something? What's the motivation there? Not knowing, what you're going to use it for, or how you're going to use it. What does a path of destruction really accomplish? Does it accomplish anything? Destruction. And all the people that do that are literally doing it to themselves. And it is a high level of immaturity amongst the population of this planet. And immaturity comes from ignorance, lack of experience. And this is what we witness. This isn't a judgment. It's what we see. It's what we watch. If you were to record that, play it back to them, they had an opportunity to play it back 30 years from now, what do you think would happen? They wouldn't believe that was them. We all do crazy things throughout this life. We have through many lifetimes. None of us are exempt from doing crazy things, stepping in a mud hole here and there through life, right? And some of the stuff we keep hidden. We bury it and we just carry it with us rather than surrender it and make peace with it and let it go. You see a lot of people that are going to be making peace with themselves. You watch. There's going to be a lot of people making peace with themselves. There's also going to be people that it will be too much too soon. But it has already been engaged. And it is well along, way well along. And it's been accelerated. And I know that all of you can feel it. You can feel it building. You can feel enthusiasm. You can feel the excitement. And it'll come and go, right? It's kind of subtle. And then it comes back. And you feel it right in the heart. And it's a real light feeling. You could be sitting there watching something on the computer and going, wow, look at this, look at that. And all of a sudden you get this good feeling. Could be horrible crap that you see. That's going to get stronger. It's going to become more prevalent. And it's going to stay around a lot longer as things progress here at breakneck speed. I'll join you in meditation. I'll return close out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose. And an easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still, relaxed into your body, focused on your breath rising and falling. There are no accidents or coincidences in this world, period. Nothing is by chance. It is all a reflection, indication, expression, and manifestation of your body-mind's vibration. Your vibration is determined by the thoughts and feelings you choose to experience, which are also being sent out into this universe. Your body-mind is like a massive radio tower that emits a personal signature, energy, which is constantly being received by this universe. Positive feelings, thoughts, create easy, healing, and satisfying experiences, while negative thoughts, feelings attract situations that leave us with a dark, lonely, and impoverished experience. For today, hold your attention on the most powerful vibration there is, love. Start by turning your radio tower so it's working at 100% by practicing self-love. Love yourself, no matter what happens today. This commitment releases all negative possible accidents from entering your vibrational field. You'll win every battle with pain, poverty, and failure. Imagine what it will be like to be self-loving and self-accepting for the next 24 hours. Take that with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and the following morning. We will return here tonight after 9:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our reverse aging, health call, and all the rest. And Saturday, September 20, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times. No matter what's going on within you or outside of you, open your heart. Allow the magic to flow in.